Hello, people of the earth. Welcome to, well, I guess for the first time ever, I think on this channel, we're just going to do a vlog or a video all about live stream news. Because usually I've mixed it in with like Let's Play news or ASF news, but there is no news for Let's Plays or ASF yet. But this one's all about live streams, specifically 3 of them, which is why this one's all about live streams. So if you don't want to be left in the dark, then I'm going to spill all the beans right now. Oh yes, you don't want to be left in the dark, do you? No, you don't. You want to be enlightened about live streams because everyone watches them. As we know, or as you may or may not be aware, we are approaching the 300th live stream ever. At least as long as it's not Ackie Plays Live or any of the Horror Month live streams. I don't count those. They're not part of the official set. But we are now officially coming up to 300s. But that, all the information is here about it. But before we move on, I haven't even started. Before we talk about that, I'm going to just throw it out there for the 2 other live stream bits of news. Might as well get out of the way now. Next Friday, which isn't that far away, because it's next Friday, the Friday coming up, I should say. This one, the one that we will go through next. I will be continuing Sonic Frontiers, I guess. And also we are going to have a new game, and I thought I would address it here just cause. And it's called, I think it's an indie title, but yeah, it probably is. Who am I kidding? But it's called Wayward Strand, and it's more of a narrative game. I figured it's a perfect game to play over the summer because it's supposed to be a narrative type game, so I can chill out with it in case it's boiling hot like it is today or whatever. It did rain for about 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes of rain, and then it's just like, no, the sun's like, get out of here. It's the summer. So for once in this country, it's fucking up. Yeah, after playing Sonic Frontiers and maybe getting frustrated with it again, who knows what it's going to bring next, I thought we'd chill out. So Wayward Strand, it's a narrative game, but it's got an interesting twist on it. It's not like Detroit Become Human or anything like that, because it's an indie title. It's not even like Road 96. So we'll make what you see of that, but that's what's coming up on Friday. So I thought that's out of the way now. There we go. You're to the side, no rain, all sun. The live stream that's happening at the end of this month, so the 30th of June, will be our 298th live stream. And that is going to be I've been counting it down. The little countdown I've done on all the live stream videos of so many days are left, it combinates to this point. So the next live stream will only be 7 days. Because, as you may or may not be aware, I am a wrestling fan. No Pad of Knowledge knows I'm a wrestling fan because he's full of knowledge. So it's very nice to know that I'll be playing a wrestling game and a different one from what I've been playing for the last 15 years, it feels like. Not that I've been playing them all, because they look exactly the same as each other. They're just yearly updates. I could go on a rant here, but I refuse not to. That can wait for when I actually play this game. Because we're going to have plenty of time devoted to it, but it is the time to play on this channel, AEW Fight Forever. And I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too, being that some of my fans I know are wrestling fans or wrestling game fans even, or just fans of games that are fun. And this is probably looking to be a bit fun. Try not to spoil too much down in the comments if you're planning to say anything, because I haven't seen so much. I've only seen official stuff and random screenshots from people who have quote unquote played the game already or whatever, and you know, I don't know anything about the roster. I don't know about the mechanics of matchups or whatever has been revealed. I don't know. The only official stuff I've seen is the stuff that AEW themselves have put out. That's all I've seen. Okay? Not even the character reveals, because I think they're doing character reveals now. I haven't even watched them. So shush. I'm a spoiler-free guy as long as I can help it. But it already looked really fun and new and not 2K. Anyway, rant over. So that's happening on the end of this month, so the 30th of June, and we'll have normal start time for that live stream as well. It's not gonna make a special event out of it, but it will be the whole time I would be streaming, which means I will be skipping over Vaporeon, even though I want to play that more, but we'll come to that, and I will play that again once this one stream is over for the wrestling game. I will move it back into like a 2-hour slot or whatever for weekly live streams. But that's something to look forward to there. As for the 300th live stream, excuse me, there will be right. So dates. You know, first, dates and times. That's the order I put it on this freaking list. So the 300th live stream, in accordance to how numbers work, is going to hit on the 14th of July. But seeing as that's a Friday, and I want to try and make this a big one again, because the 100th live stream that I did was about 6 hours long, and then I doubled it to 12 hours long for the 200th live stream. But don't worry, I'm not going to double it again, but I'm still going to stream for 12 hours. So, and I'm not going to, because of that, and I'll be working on Friday, obviously I can't stream for 12 hours. So that date for the 300th, there will be no live stream on that Friday. On the 14th of July, no live stream, because otherwise that we'll be having the 300th one then, and I don't want to have the 300th one then. We're going to wait for the weekend to come after that on the Sunday. So on the 16th of July, that's when I'll be doing the 300th one, and the start times are as follows. I'll put them all up there, but I will say them out loud as well. So 12 hours. I plan to finish at the time I would usually end a live stream, which is about 11 o'clock here in the UK. So I'll be starting at exactly 11 o'clock in the morning. So 11 AM all the way to 11 PM for the 12 hours. How are we doing on time for the camera? He's fine. And then for Germany it's 12, literally midday to 12 at midnight. So yeah, Germans are great. All love and peace, and live well and prosper and whatever. What? And then for the US times, it's 6 in the morning, if you can be bothered to get up that early for a Sunday. But don't worry, because I'll be streaming until 6 o'clock in the afternoon. US Eastern time, that is. So I'm probably not going to get any other viewers, unless you're barn owls. You might catch me in the morning if you're on the western coast of America. If I've got any viewers on the western coast, I don't even know. Where are you guys watching me from? Tell me. I know where some of you come from and whatever. There's nothing that I've listed here, but probably the majority of you are from the UK or from around the European area, which is why I do say Germany. Love and peace. Anyway, that's a Japanese thing, not a German thing. How do we? I guess that's a universal thing. It's love and peace, peace, whatever. I'll stop going on about that now. But specifically for the games I'm going to play, I'm going to do it like I did for the 200th one way back when, probably about over 2 years ago now. That's how long it's taken. But every 2 hours the game will change, so I'll have to end the stream and then start it up again with the new game. But there shouldn't be much bigger intervals, but at least you'll know that if it's like, if you're watching in the UK and it's like, if you want to tune in by 1 p.m. in the afternoon, you'll know that there will be a game change at that point, because obviously I start at 11, 12, 1, and then I'll change, and that'll be every 2 hours to follow. I have got a list of games down here that I plan to play for those 6 hours in the 2 hours intervals, but it's all up for you to decide. For the most part, if you don't agree with this list, I figured we'd do a bit of current games, we'd do a bit of older games, and we'd do a bit of future games. The past, the present, and the future. Not done in that order. We'll do because of the way I've scheduled things, it makes sense, because I need to be able to have time to eat something. So the past games will be coming back in the middle. So the current day games that I've got down for the list are, I'll probably most likely be still playing Sonic Frontiers, speaking of Sonic Frontiers, by then. So we'll do another, I'll play 2 hours of Sonic Frontiers for the beginning opening live stream. And then the number 2 game, probably by then I would have well versed myself with, as the aforementioned AEW Fight Forever, so I'll be playing that for the next 2 hours after that. So that's the now games, the current games, and then we'll journey back to the past. Well, and definitely travel back to the past, because I will be playing for the third game, the Sega Mega Drive Classics, or whatever that game is called, but it's all of the old Sega Mega Drive games, and we'll see what I can play there. That's all up for debate too. But anything it's on the PlayStation 4 as a collection, so I think I have done it before for the channel, but I thought I'd have a bit of retro gaming in there. How we doing? Fine. And then, because I loved it so much last time, but I won't have to explain the rules or anything at the beginning to burn up time or whatever, so we'll probably be able to fit it in 2 hours, is I want to do, even if it's recent, I'm not playing it anymore from this point, so I'll be doing another Soul Calibur 6 tournament to see who wins this time. And we'll have different brackets this time. I will draw it completely at random, and we'll see. So yeah, so that's, well, I'm going to do another tournament, because that can be the break when I can eat something and we'll happily watch more Soul Calibur fun and see who the winner is this time. I'm intrigued. And then maybe at the end, if we get a little bit of time, I can have the previous champion from the last tournament, who was Taki, yeah, don't ask, facing whoever wins this time to find the ultimate victor, even though Taki will be in this tournament inevitably as well. So yeah, and then we've got the future of the channel to come in the next 2 games, which is going to leave me up in the air a little bit, because I've got 3 games that are possible for that next one. There's a game called, I've been meaning to play for a while for the channel, because it's been out a while, but it's called RPG Time. I haven't put the whole title in because I've had to fit it in on this thing. It's called RPG Time: The Legend of Wright. RPG Time: The Legend of Wright. Wright spelled as in writing, not right as in that way or that way. I don't know which way. So RPG Time: The Legend of Wright. Not for Broadcasts, which is which is a game that I found to be a little bit interesting on the front of. There's a lot of games out there that use live action kind of cutscenes, and they've kind of come off as being bland to play for me and not really that good. But this is one that's actually interested me, because you're like an editor for a TV station, and you have to just organize stuff in terms of the broadcasts, so that's why it's called Not for Broadcasts. So that kind of seems fun, so I might check that out. Or if I get done with Vaporeon before then, because obviously I will get a chance to play it again, and if it feels like we're getting to a finale, so if I get to the finale before then I will start Vaporeon 2 or Vaporeon Lockdown, and I'll start it then. So that's 3 possible games I could play in that slot, but the final slot, I haven't obviously picked, because I only want to play 1 out of those 3 games, whatever is convenient for the time, in terms of what I might be playing for the future. But another game that I will be playing for the future that will probably move into a Thursday Ackie Plays live stream is, I've already mentioned it before, but it's the final game for this 300th live stream, and it's called Meet Your Maker, which actually came out for free a few months back on PlayStation Plus. And I picked it up, and I want to play more of it because it's kind of fun, because it's Mario Maker but 3D first-person shooter kind of thing. And you go and play people's scenarios, and you shoot enemies and avoid traps, and it's all actually kind of very intense and very fun at the same time, and I like the challenge for most of them anyway. They can be very creative, so that's kind of fun. So that game I will guaranteed be playing for the final game of the 300th live stream. So, to reiterate, I will end it very shortly. We have next Friday I'll be doing Sonic Frontiers guaranteed, and the new game Wayward Strand, the narrative, easy going game. Go and look it up if you want, Wayward Strand. Then on the 30th of June, end of the month, we'll be doing a full, like almost 4 hour, probably 3.5, because that's how long I stream on a Fridays, for a 3.5 hour long stream of AEW Fight Forever coming out. And then the 300th live stream, which will be on the 16th of July, Sunday next month, 11 AM UK time, 6, I might as well just say all day, but more or less all day for the US until 6 o'clock in the US, streaming for 12 hours, and all the games I'll be playing in the order for 2 hours each: Sonic Frontiers, AEW Fight Forever, Sega Mega Drive Classics, the Soul Calibur 6 Tournament, RPG A Time Legend of Rai, or vote for Not for Broadcast or Vaporeon Lockdown, and then finally Meet Your Maker. So that is all. Tell me what you think in the comments about any thoughts you have. But can you persuade me to play something else maybe for the 300th live stream? Yeah, everything else is set in concrete, but I don't mind playing something as long as it has a majority vote and everyone agrees on it. But we have time to discuss, because it's still like pretty much a month away still. So it's all up in the air. But those are the things that I've guaranteed. Maybe you can persuade me to what to play for the 5th game, RPG Time Legend of Rai, vote for Not for Broadcast, and Vaporeon. Well, Vaporeon Lockdown will be guaranteed if I finish the first one, because I'm only starting the second one after I finish the first one. So all up for debate though for everything else, but I think Soul Calibur 6 Tournament will be set in stone as well, because I want to do another one, and then I will need time to eat something halfway through the stream, so that'll be the ideal. So there we go. So there we go. I'm finished. I'm done. End the video, me. I'm going to thank everyone for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. And also, where's my 666 subscribers? I still don't have them. We're very slowly climbing up. I'm less than 200 away. Come on. October. You're going to love it if I get 666. You're going to love the video that I've got planned for it. And if not, editing me is going to curse us all. But you might love that too. But you'll love the subscriber deal way more. Way more. I haven't actually recorded it yet, but I will be recording it over the summer. But recording hasn't quite started yet. Because, I'm still in the planning stages. That's how big the reward is. So you want to get people to subscribe. Don't get people to subscribe. 666. There. Goodbye.